The time has finally come, you guys. It is here, and I have officially decided on a medical specialty. All right, you guys, so as you know, I am in my 4th year of medical school, and this fall I will be applying to residency. Residency is the training that an individual must complete after medical school in order to become a licensed doctor in the United States. You apply in the fall before you graduate to the residency of your choice in a specific medical specialty. There's a wide variety of medical specialties that a future doctor can decide to become, including pediatrics, family medicine, OBGYN, surgery, and so many others. So as a medical student, as a graduating medical student, it is one of the most important decisions that we have to make, because the medical specialty that you choose pretty much is a binding agreement that I agree to become this kind of doctor. And there are a lot of nuances as far as not really being flexible in changing this decision once it's made. So this is why the first 3 years of medical school, you should really be trying to get exposure and insight into a variety of different medical specialties, especially the ones you feel as though you might be more interested in, because you really want to gauge whether or not this would be a lifestyle for you, if the actual work of the doctor in that specialty resonates with you and what you want, the type of lifestyle you want, the hours, and all of the above. So it's a very critical decision, and one that must be made by the time that you apply during your 4th year of medical school. So that time has finally come for me, you guys, and I have officially decided on a medical specialty that I feel is right for me and my goals and my interests. I want to say thank you to those of you who left comments and messages trying to guess which medical specialty I am going into. I got a lot of joy and laughter out of those, and some of you were absolutely correct. So good job to you guys who got it right. So without further ado, the medical specialty that I will be applying into in this fall for graduation next year is internal medicine. So I will be applying into internal medicine, you guys. So I just want to explain briefly a few of the reasons why I decided on internal medicine. So first and foremost, coming into medical school, I knew that I really wanted a medical specialty that would provide me with longitudinal patient care, meaning that I didn't want a specialty in which I was only going to be interacting with patients briefly or, transiently as they come in and out of surgery or something like that. I wanted to be able to have a very vested interest in the lives of my patients for an extended period of time. I feel like the most success, the most impact that can be made is when you have a relationship, and a relationship that you can build on and continue to meet and monitor the patient over time, in order to really be able to change their habits, change their lives, and really, get to know them and what they struggle with, what their goals are and whatnot. So internal medicine provides that in many forms. Internal medicine is both inpatient in the hospital while patients are admitted, as well as outpatient, seeing them in the clinic and their regular primary care appointments. So that flexibility allows time to not only see patients regularly as their primary doctor in the clinic, but also if they were to get admitted, or the patients who are admitted for a week or 2 weeks at a time, that provides you with much flexibility to be the doctor that they see every day, every morning, and to really follow them throughout the duration of their care, both in the hospital and out in the clinic. So longitudinal patient relationship, check. Secondly, I wanted a medical specialty that really allowed me the opportunity to use a lot of the knowledge that I learned in medical school. Medical school is 4 years long, you guys, of training and education, not to mention the years of residency and further training that you're going to put in later. And I didn't want to not use all of this stuff that I had to pay to learn. So internal medicine is a specialty that you really use a lot of the foundational medicine and clinical medicine that you learn. And I like that. I like to be, intellectually challenged and to think and try to think through what's going on. What is the diagnosis? How do we treat this patient? It's a very active, rapidly, changing specialty. You have to be on your toes. You have to know good medicine. You can't rely on other people to get you the diagnosis or to help you formulate a plan. You are responsible for the medicine of the patient, and I really value that. It's very multidisciplinary, multi-system medicine, and it makes you have to be a really good clinician, and I find value and joy in that intellectual stimulation. The last major reason why I decided on internal medicine as a specialty is the opportunity for further specialization and training. So after completing a 3-year residency for internal medicine, doctors have the ability to go on to further training called fellowship, which is the opportunity to be even more specialized as a doctor. So for internal medicine doctors, they can further subspecialize in many different things, including cardiology, which is all things the heart, pulmonology, which is lungs, GI, which is everything stomach related, right? Critical care, which is very, very sick patients, like ICU kind of patients. So there are many different fellowships that an internal medicine doctor can then go on to be even more subspecialized. So I also am not only going to be applying into internal medicine, but I have an interest in cardiology. So I would love to be a heart doctor in the future. So internal medicine is my way there. I would have to go through internal medicine training and residency to then go on to cardiology fellowship. So internal medicine is a medical specialty that provides you with a lot of opportunity and a wide variety of options as far as fellowship and further subspecialization and training. So that is very appealing to not only me, but many other individuals who will be applying into internal medicine. So I just want to briefly mention lifestyle because it is becoming increasingly more important to individuals in the field of medicine. So in my experience and what I've personally witnessed, I feel as though internal medicine is very like middle ground, very average as far as lifestyle goes. It is not the best as far as there are plenty of other medical specialties that give you more of a very comfortable day-to-day, maybe 9 to 5 kind of lifestyle. It's not necessarily that great, but it's certainly not the worst. There are plenty of other medical specialties that are very much so less lifestyle friendly. People, it's very common to not see your families, to be in the hospital 14, 15-hour days and whatnot, and that be very normal. So I think internal medicine is very average, very fair kind of lifestyle as far as doctoring goes. And when we're talking about lifestyle in medicine, I think it's important to mention that across the board, all medical specialties, doctors in general have a very, intense, very demanding lifestyle across the board. But of all doctoring, of all medical specialties, I feel as though internal medicine is very, very average. So I just wanted to briefly mention lifestyle because it is a very important consideration that you should take into account when you are thinking about picking a medical specialty of choice. It is one that definitely went into, my consideration as far as choosing internal medicine and planning out my goals and what I want to do for the future and family and all of those kind of things. These are all thoughts that you should be thinking of before you pick a specialty, because you don't want to pick something and then later find out that it is not compatible with your vision for your lifestyle. So those were just a few of the major factors that played into my decision of choosing internal medicine. However, it was a long time coming, you guys. I came into medical school with an idea that I might be interested in cardiology, and over the 3 years of medical school, I was really able to rotate in different specialties and figure out, no, I'm not interested in that. I don't really love the OR like that, right? I love kids, but peds is not really for me, and really kind of just going through with an open mind through my rotations in medical school and my electives and figuring out, no, I don't want that. I can't see myself doing that. I like this. Can I see myself doing this? Because in my case, I actually liked a lot more stuff in my 3rd-year rotations than I didn't like. And that was kind of a dilemma for me. So for example, I liked surgery. I just I just didn't like being in the OR all day, every day. You know, I liked getting in the clinic and seeing the patients in the surgery clinic as they prepare to get their surgery and whatnot. I didn't enjoy standing in the OR for 4, 5, 6 hours on end. It didn't bring me much joy. However, I did like the procedural aspect of surgery. I liked putting my hands on patients and doing things with my hands, but unfortunately, you know, a lot of surgery is being in the OR. So that kind of nixed that, which is the first major decision in usually a medical student's mind if they are considering specialties is, do you want something surgical or non-surgical? So surgery, I kind of ruled that out early. Then I went into OBGYN. I actually really enjoyed my OBGYN rotation, you guys, because it definitely had that procedural aspect. They did surgeries, they did C-sections, they did, you know, removing fibroids and hysterectomies and things like that. And the surgeries weren't super long, so I enjoyed that aspect. I also really enjoyed labor and delivery and delivering babies and being in the clinic and, you know, just regular OBGYN clinic, pap smears, things like that. So I actually really had a hard time like considering whether or not OBGYN was for me or not. However, eventually I ended up ruling that out as well because it's just such a women heavy field, and I really wanted to cater to a variety of different diseases and across the spectrum, not just exclusive to women. So essentially I ruled out OBGYN. Peds, like I said, wasn't for me. Kids all the time, love them. I'll have, you know, plenty of time to have children and care for children, so that ruled that out. Family medicine is very similar to internal medicine. It's just more of the primary care space. So you're the one seeing patients out in the clinic, in the primary care space. They're coming to the clinic, they're coming to their regular appointments. Typically, you are not, you know, inpatient in the hospital. So, and I also liked that inpatient hospital feel as well. So essentially, I think what I pulled from every specialty, the things that I liked about the specialties that I enjoyed, the rotations I enjoyed during my 3rd year, all kind of wrapped up into internal medicine and really satisfied all of those things I was looking for. It had the longitudinal patient relationships that primary care and family medicine has. It has, you know, aspects of OBGYN as far as women's health and women's care. It has the ability to do procedures if you go on to fellowship and do further subspecialization in GI and cardiology, where they do a lot of procedures and mini surgeries. So I felt as though internal medicine really satisfied a lot of what I was looking for, and it was already what I came into medical school thinking I was going to be interested in. So it kind of just further, you know, reinforced that decision. So I'm glad I went in with an open mind and left myself open to explore other specialties, and eventually did come back to the thing that I thought was going to fit best with me. So internal medicine it is, you guys. I am so excited to apply for residency this year and go on this journey of, you know, residency interview trail and eventually the match, which I will discuss in another video as far as how the process works of how we match to our residency program, which is a very convoluted, like, intense kind of process. So I will explain that in a different video, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have made my decision, and ultimately internal medicine is what is for me. And I'm very excited. I am very confident that I made the right choice, and I'm so excited to begin this journey. So thank you guys for tuning in with me. I'm so excited to share the next steps and the next part of this journey with you guys as I step into residency application season and eventually matching and starting my journey as a resident, as a real doctor. Like, oh my God, I don't know where the time went, you guys. Time flies. So enjoy where you're at on your journey and your process, because eventually you will be here if you are not already, and you'll be like, wow, like what a journey. So once again, thank you guys for all the love and support that you have given me on this journey so far, and I can't wait to continue to show you more. So be sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, let me know what you guys think. Were you right? Did you guess internal medicine? Do you see it now? Let me know what you guys think, and be sure you are subscribed so you are tuned in to the rest of this journey through medicine. Love you guys. See you next time.